Hey everyone, Don here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the one mindset shift that I had that helped me on my job search in order to get through a specifically difficult job search. Now, being in the tech scene is a very, very difficult time right now. Everyone's getting laid off. There's a lot of uncertainty, and a lot of people who are entering coding may have their doubts and concerns about, whether it's a good idea to be in this space, and they have all these self-doubts. And I just wanted to make a video here to help you out on this, because this is something that I struggled with for a long time, and I just wanted to provide some value to you. So before we begin the video, if this is the first time that you're watching this video, welcome. My name is Donald. I'm currently an Iowa software engineer working freelance, and the purpose of my channel is to be kind of that big brother that I wish I had when I started out on my coding journey. So let's get into the one mindset shift that really helped me out get through this particularly difficult job search. And what that is it's focusing on the things that you can control instead of focusing on the things that you cannot control. Now, why is this important? This is important because in life, there are things that you can control and there are things that you can't control. What I find a lot of people do, especially with me, is they focus a lot of their energy and effort on the things that they can't control. So they're focused worrying on, let's take the practical example of the job market here. Oh, there are no jobs, I'm getting a bunch of rejections. And, for the most part, you can't really control the amount of rejections that you get, right? But what you can control are the actions that you take and the ways that you respond to these failures or setbacks or roadblocks, right? So, let's take a practical example here. You're in a particular difficult job search. You're not getting the results that you are. So what you should focus on is you focus on the actions and taking the actions that are necessary in getting the most statistically significant data, and then analyzing, okay, so out of 100 job applications, for example, what is my phone call rate? What amount of my phone call rate to recruiters is there actually getting back to me? And then from there you see, my phone call from application rate is quite low. So what am I going to do from that, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to see, okay, so that my resume is the problem. So I take a very, very rational approach rather than an emotional approach. Someone who's emotional would say something along the lines of, oh, I'm not getting any responses to my job applications. Oh my God, what's happening? And they get in this whole, emotional tirade about that. And instead, you take a cold, calculated approach and you analyze the numbers, right? Because at the end of the day, you are your own person. You have your own set of backgrounds, so it's not a good practice for you to actually compare yourself to, other people who are also getting jobs at a coding boot camp or at a self-taught. You might see the guy who's, been coding for 6 months and he got his first job at a FANG company. It's important to know that you're not them and that you're on your own journey. The only thing you can control is analyzing the data and going from there. And then you just need to, at the end of the day, just try things, right? When I was trying to get my first job in the industry, I didn't have anyone to do it, and I just had to take a trial and error approach. So at some point, you do need to do a little bit of trial and error, no matter what it is. You could have somebody who's an expert at writing resumes. You could have a coach that's an expert at writing resumes, but there's always those little details for your particular situation that, these coaches or these programs will never address, right? And the only way to solve them is through trial and error and through really, trying different things and just analyzing the data. At the end of the day, in order for you to not take an emotional approach, you just need to graph everything out. You need to put everything in an Excel spreadsheet and just look at the data to see where you're dropping off, right? So I hope this short video was helpful. If it was, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and a subscribe, and I'll see you